Morning folks, Nimbo here, regular craps. I have $450 in free play. I'm gonna do the drawdown system. I'm gonna probably just show you the kind of the start of this here, and then I'll come back at the end and see what money we ended up with. And there's a bad 7 on the first roll. Not ideal. All right, there's a 4. We'll be back here in a minute at the end of the video. All right, we're just finishing up here. We got a little bit left in blue. You see that we have to play. We're doing okay. We're at 457 off of the $450, so we're up a little bit on that. All right, there's a good 8. Let's put $1 each across. All right, we're at 473. We got 42 left. There's another 8. So we're gonna go 2s on the 5, 6, and 8. There's a 5. All right, so let's go like that. All right, so I believe we've used up all our free play. We're just kind of playing this one out here. See what happens here. There's a good 10. All right, let's make those $4 each on the outside numbers. There's another 8. Make that 20. There's a good 4. Let's make that 10. Another 8. Oh, that was supposed to be 20. We're gonna make that 30. Oops. Looks like the screen's frozen here, huh? Oh boy, here we go. Putting the bad juju on us here. All right. Come on, screen. By the way, I know we're not playing that up there, but I guess, I don't know. Can't really play anything here. There's that. That one just will not, I don't know if I can add to others. I don't know what to do here. Maybe I just spin the, let's see if this works. Yep. I don't know if that gets us out. And look at that, man. Tell me if that wasn't just bad juju on the whole thing. Come on, man. All right, I'm getting off this machine. But I took our free play of $450, turned it into $530, and I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do my stick and move again just to try and see if I can build this up a little bit. We'll be right back. All right, back at it here, Crapless Craps. I got my ticket in for $530. Still feeling a little pissed off about that screen freezing up on me, and then the 7 comes immediately, so it's just kind of, looks like this screen's a little sticky too, man. I don't know what's going on here. You gotta get these things fixed. All right, so we're gonna try and get a couple of hits with a stick and move, and we gotta get up on 530. All right, that's a good 5. Let's see if we can get one more. And there's a good 10. Let's clear. So from 530, we're at 583. And we've got, on these machines right here, looks like we've got 3 of them. So I'm gonna do the other 2. Then I'll probably go over there and try the other newer Crapless machines that they got in last month. All right, so let's pop our card in, pop our ticket in, set the sound off. All right, so we are at 583. Trying to pop a couple numbers here. And just trying to take a look at the screen here. It's been doing okay there. There's an 8, that's great. Let's see if we can get another one here. 2's nothing. All right, we're gonna see if we can get one more. We're trying to get up on 583. Dude, back to back and nothing on it. No flipping way. Back to back to back while I'm doing a stick and move, and I got nothing on it. Wow, does that suck. All right, we'll take our 4. Dang. $6.30. All right. I can't even remember what we started with. I think we had 5.30, didn't we? This is our third machine here, so let's see if we can hit it again. Man, I can't believe those 2, the odds of hitting a 2, a 2, and a 2 back to back to back, I want to say it's 1 in 46,000. Pretty rare. $630. Here we go. All right, there's an 8. See if we can get another one here. Uh-oh, all right. So we were at 6.30 and now we're at 5.39. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do like this, and then we're gonna press, hopefully until we can get past 6.30. All right, we need some help here. Come on, man. I don't need back to back to back to backs. Now we really got a lot of work to do to get up on 6.30. There goes our 2 again. I'd love to put more out there, but I'm just trying to be a little conservative with the money. All right, so we're gonna go 5s. Okay, come on, let's roll some numbers on the inside here. 9s, great. Okay, 5s, 2s. All right, there's a good 8. Let's go 5s, 2s. We're getting close. All right, so we're gonna go 10s. There's a good 10. All right, so we needed to get up on 6.30 and we did it. 6.64. All right, we're moving on. Let's go over to one of these other crapless machines over here. Looks like one of them's occupied, so we'll jump onto the other 2 perhaps. All right, card in, ticket in. And we are at 6.64. Love the screen here because it's so much bigger. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but man, it's so much bigger screen. It's easier on the eyes. All right, so we're at 6.64. And they just keep rolling extremes on me. 6.64. All right, there's that. All right, let's repeat. We got some work to do. We got to get up on 6.64. More extremes. There's a 10. All right, so that's 27. Let's go like that. Got a lot of work to do. Let's go 5s and 1s. There's a 9. 5s and 3s. All right, there we go. So we got up on 6.64. We're at 7.23, even though we got smacked with a bad 7 there. Still able to recover. So we're at 7.23, bouncing around. All right, let's get our card in. All right, we're at 7.23. Let's get the sound off here. 723. All right, there's a 6. Let's go again. There's a 9, that's good. 723, we're gonna try one more. There's a 5, it's great. Clear, and we're at 822. All right, there is a regular craps over here. I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, let's pop that in. Let's see where we're at. 8, how's it going? So we're at 823 here, or 822, I should say. All right, so we got to get up on 822. There's a good 6. There's a 5. We're gonna try another one, 822. We're almost there. We're just gonna keep going here for a minute, pressing our luck. Oh, pressed our luck. All right, so we gotta get up on 822. All right, we don't need much. We just need a couple numbers now. 11's nothing. Got a little greedy and tried to go for like, what did I go for? Like 4 numbers there or 3? No, I did 3, I think. Yeah, I got 3. Tried to go for the 4 though. Oh boy. So we were at 820. Now we got some real work to do. All right, there's a 9. Let's spread that across. Lots of extremes. All right, let's see what we got here. There's an 8, that's great. So let's go 5s. Trying to get up on 820. There's a 9. 5s and 3s. Trying to get up on 820, and right now we're just about 8. So let's do this. Let's clear. We only need quarters, I think, on this to get there. Jeez Louise. Show us playing extremes and betting them. All right, there's a 5. Where are we at here? 823. All right. Since we had to work a bit to get up on that, we are just gonna call that good. We turned our free play of $450 into $842, just doing our stick and move. Seems to work pretty good as long as we don't get smacked too bad. And again, this is all free money. All right, Nimbo here, Crapless Craps. We have $800 in the machine. We're gonna do our drawdown system that we like to do. We're gonna be off on the come out. We're gonna hop the 7s, and let's establish a point. Okay. We're gonna go 330 down the middle. So, which is gonna be 75s on the 5 and 9 and 90s on the 6 and 8. We're gonna do quarters there and then just 5s on the outsides. So we've got 408 in risk right now. And the real danger is on this first number. If we pop one of these numbers, we're gonna reduce these bets in half, okay? There's a lot less risk on the second roll, but the first roll is half of our money right now. So we gotta hit this first number or it puts us in bad shape. There's a 5, it's great. That was the point. So we're gonna cut these in half. Okay, and then we're gonna go 35s, and we'll go 40s, and we'll go 45s there. So now we're risking 222 on the second number, okay, of our 800. And then if we hit one more of these, we're gonna reduce again, and then we will be in the profit after two hits. All right, there's a great 9. All right, I think I'm gonna leave the 4 and the 10. We're gonna go 20s and see where we're at. So we're at 826. Nope. Did not want to do 10s. Wanted to do 1s. All right, so we're up $22. We're free rolling. And now we're going to press. As long as we roll some numbers, all right? So let's go 10, 10, and 1, 1. There's a 4. Let's go 10, 1, 1. There's a good 9. All right, so that's 28. We're gonna go half of that to 14. Setting the bets on. 7 out. All right. All right, reloading our lucky roller. Hopping the 7s. Hopefully we do a little bit better this time. All right, there's an 8. Go 330 on the inside. Got the rest of them covered there. Sorry, that's supposed to be 20. All right, here we go. Need to pop this one. Good, there's a 10. It's not, one of the inside numbers. It is 36, but we're gonna have to get another one off the inside there. All right, there's a 6. All right, so we're gonna go back to where we were, which was $12 on those. We're gonna go 35s and 40s on these. So we're at 780 of our 800 protected. We need one more. All right, hard 6 is great. All right, so let's go 20s. Oh, these numbers are, I'm on the 5s. All right, now these buttons are a little sticky. All right, so we're at 891 off our 800, and now let's press. Or not. All right. So the whole idea behind this strategy is even if you catch a couple of numbers, there's a hard 4 on the come out, you're just looking to catch a couple of numbers and you're up a little bit of money. It's just you have to these buttons are not switching at all. I keep trying to switch to the 10s and it won't switch. Have to avoid a bad number on this first roll here. All right, here we go. That timing is imperative. All right. All right, let's go 35s on the inside, and then we'll make the 6 and 8 40. All right, we're at 791 of our 800. And there's an 11. Paid us $13. Just gonna take it for now. Get our next number, great. All right, 20. And let's go hard ways 2. So we're at 916. Okay, here we go. There's an 8. Let's go 10, 10, and 1, 1. All right, there's an 8. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and we'll press up those hard ways. Let's keep rolling 8s. All right, I'm gonna pause the video for a sec. All right, back at it here, sorry. Had a phone call that I had to deal with there. So let's turn the sound down. Lucky roller, hop the 7s. Let's establish a point here. Save those 12s for later. All right, 398 on the board. Got to get through it. Here we go. Whew, squeaker. All right, we're gonna go 12s. I don't know why I'm doing 12s on that. I just kind of like having a little extra on there. All right, so we're 830 of our 800. And we need to pop another number here. Boom, there's a 5. All right. So let's go 20s. So we're up money on the roll. Let's see if we can get one more here before we bet the hard ways. Ooh, see, I saved money by not doing that. Whew, 3 or 4 numbers are, we got some pockets in here where we're getting a little more than that. We just want to avoid these back-to-backs, or 0.7 outs. All right, there's the hard 8. Okay, 398. First roll. All right, 4 is not, you know, a full pay on that. So I think what I'm gonna do is go 50s and 60s just for some reduction, okay? Since we did hit a little bit of money there. All right, let's catch the 6. So now let's go to our 35s. Okay, let's get another one here. 9, great. All right. So these were gonna go down. We'll just do 15 on that. So let's see if we can catch one more number and then use that for the hard ways. And of course the hard way comes. All right, that's a good hit there though. So we're gonna go like that. And let's press and play. Get a long roll here. All right, 1, 2, 3. 993. There's a 10. And let's go 15 on that. We'll go up on that. How are we doing over here? We need the outside numbers. 2, 3, 11, and 12. There's our 11. So let's just go 3, 3, 3, 3 on all the extremes. There's a good 4. All right, so let's go like that, and we'll press up the 4 and the 10. Hard, that is, 4 and 10 hard. There's our hard 8. That's great. Let's go 10, 10, 2, 2, 1, 1. You know what? Let's leave the bets off here, okay? Give it a chance for a blue bad number. All right, that would have been nice to hit a 4. All right, let's hit some extremes here. Come on. Damn it. All right, made a little bit. We're over 1,000. It's something. But you know and I know, the more times I stick this 330 down the middle out there, eventually it's going to get snapped. All right, so we need to get a long roll just to build some cushion. All right. That was the point. Let's go 35s. And then 40s. All right, let's get this one. Come on. Great. All right, let's see if we can pop another one here. There's a hard 10, of course. Gonna use that money, and then I hit the hard ways. All right. We're up a little bit. Okay, we're pressing forward. We're live. There's a 5. All right, 10 and 4. Taking some profit. There's a good 9, 10, and 4. 1,088. Need to hit some extremes here. All right, that's a good 5 there. So we're gonna go 23 on that. There's another 5. All right, we're gonna go 40 on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep rolling 5s. Oh, almost. All right, let's go 10, 1, 1. Where are we at up here? We got a ways to go up there. There's a 2, that's great. So let's make that a quarter, and let's go 3, 3, 3. There's a good 8. 1, 2, 3, and we'll go 1, 1. There's a 6. 1, 2, 3. Let's go 1, 1. Let's pop another 5 here. All right, there's an 11. Okay, that's good. We need the 12 on the high side. So let's go 2, 10, and let's go 3, 3, 3. All right. There we go, hard 8. Let's go 10s on that, and then let's go 3s and 1s. So we need a 3 and a 12 on the bonus. 5, 6, and 8 are good for us right now. There's the 8. Okay, we're gonna make that 100, and we're gonna make that 10. Okay, we're at 1250. 7 out. Oh man, that was a good roll. We got just off the board there. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 16 numbers just off the board, so not bad there. All right. We're going to try it again. Okay. Built ourselves up a little bit of cushion. Okay, just need to avoid this number here. 11s, something, but not what we were looking for. No, 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 no. All that work. All that work. Don't do it to me again. Let me get through this roll. Come on. Boy. All right, with those two, we're gonna reduce a little bit. All right, still got work to do. There's a 12, that's great. We're gonna stay on, playing with fire. All right, there's our 9. So let's do 35s. All right. I was gonna say, man, we were almost to our 800 there, where we could have reduced. Frustrating. Very, very frustrating. All right. We need another, what did we get, 16 numbers? We need something like that again. All right, that's great, 6. That was the point. All right. There's another 6. That's great. All right. All right, right back to square on our protected money. There's a 2. So we're gonna make that a quarter and go 3-3. There's a good 9. All right, we're gonna go up 10 and then do the hard ways there. So we're at 809. There's a good hard 10. All right, 828. There's another 9. So we're gonna press half of that, make it 50. Keep rolling 9s here. There we go. You can do this all day. What is that, 70? So we're gonna go 35 on that. How many 9s in a row can we roll? Let's go 1, 2, 3. 898. Another 9. All right, so we're gonna go 60 on that, which is half of what I won. Almost another 9. All right, there we go. There's a 12. It's a good 12. All right, let's make that a quarter. Let's go 2 and 2. And then, I'm gonna drop this to 100. So we're over 1,000 to take a little more profit there. I'm sure I'll hit another 9 here pretty quick. All right, so we're gonna make that a quarter, and then we're gonna go 3 on the 11. There's a good 10, hard. All right, so we're gonna go 35. We're gonna go 3s and 1s. So we need a 4, 8, and 11. There's another 10. That's great. All right, so I gotta put 70 on there. And we'll go, whoops. These were supposed to be 9. Okay. Let's pop that 4 and give me some of the bonus. There's an 8. I haven't rolled a 6 and an 8 in a while. Boy, I keep switching to these to $1 and it's not, the screen is being sensitive. 4 and 11. All right, another 9. You knew that was coming. All right, so we're gonna go 70 on that. And there's our 11, so we hit the high side, all right? So let's make that a quarter, let's make that a quarter. And where are we at here? We're at 13, 15. I'm gonna reduce those just a smidge, take a little more profit. We just need a 4. 4's gonna pay us pretty good if we can knock that 4 out. Oh, there's a 2, that's wonderful. All right, let's make that 50. And then we're gonna bank the rest. Can we get that 4? Can we get that 4? Get 2 4s. There we go. We'll take that. All right, let's go like that. Press those up. All right, doing good. But another 9. There's our 4. The ATS bonus. Boom. What is it? What are we getting paid on this? I don't know, 700 and something, looks like. That is frickin' sweet. All right, so we'll go up a quarter on that. We'll go up, come on, man. I'm switching the thing and it's just not switching it. Let's just go 10s each on that. All right, we're up great, so let's play it. Oh my gosh, 1 roll later. Well, at least I got it, huh? All right, guys. What am I in? 800, so I'm up almost 1,400. And earlier today, I did my free play and stick and moved afterwards. Got that up to 830. So between that 830 and this almost 1,400, I'm up almost 2,200 on the day. And you know, that's a great day for me. So I am going to take this ticket and move on.